Brown's organization descends into absolute chaos following explosive allegations suggesting Kevin Stefanski deliberately pulled Dillon Gabriel during a critical Ravens possession, inserting Shedeur Sanders without a single first-team preparation rep, reportedly designed to make him fail publicly. This wasn't a desperation quarterback change or some innocent evaluation. Multiple sources inside the facility insist this was calculated sabotage meant to protect the coaching staff's authority while destroying the franchise quarterback's credibility in front of the entire fan base. The implications go far beyond a normal quarterback controversy. This is organizational warfare, coaching control versus ownership investment, personal preservation versus competitive integrity. And for anyone who thinks Cleveland's quarterback situation is just about performance, Sunday's revelations change everything. The setup allegedly began days before kickoff. Sources described a practice week structured to guarantee Shedeur received 0 meaningful first-team reps, while Gabriel monopolized the installation. Shedeur wasn't included in offensive game planning sessions, timing routes with starting receivers, or situational walkthroughs focused on Baltimore's defense. One assistant said his name only came up when referencing scout team duties. Stefanski allegedly designed the entire week around isolating Shedeur developmentally. Gabriel got every Baltimore-specific adjustment, while Shedeur operated only as the opposing offense during defensive prep. In quarterback meetings, he got generic concepts, not real game plan intel. The receivers never synced timing with him. Linemen never practiced protection suited to his mobility, and the entire week ensured he'd enter completely unprepared if suddenly deployed. But here's where the conspiracy spikes. Despite Gabriel performing fine in the second quarter, no injury, no turnover, no meltdown, Stefanski suddenly pulls him mid-drive. Gabriel hands off twice, completes a short check down, then gets summoned to the sideline during a timeout. Witnesses say he was confused and asked what was wrong, only to hear a vague, empty explanation about trying something different. No tactical reasoning at all. And then Stefanski makes the move. He turns to Shedeur and tells him he's going in, despite 0 preparation all week. Sources say Shedeur looked shocked. He wasn't expecting to play and wasn't mentally ready for immediate action. One offensive player heard him ask about adjustments, only to be told, just go play football. No reminders, no tendencies, no simplified calls. Just a cold insertion into a hostile environment against a championship-level defense with no support. What followed exposed everything. Shedeur fought on instinct, scrambling when protection collapsed, improvising when timing routes misfired. Stefanski stood on the sideline with crossed arms, barely communicating, reportedly frustrated every time Shedeur extended plays instead of taking sacks. Coaches offered no adjustments, no simplified concepts, nothing acknowledging the preparation gap they themselves created. The results were predictable. Timing routes failed because the receivers were running Gabriel-specific concepts Shedeur never practiced. Protection broke down because linemen executed adjustments tailored to Gabriel, not him. Play calling stayed the same, despite switching to a completely different quarterback style. Yet, after the game, Stefanski framed the situation as a competitive evaluation, ignoring that he structured the week to prevent Shedeur from ever being ready. The deception was obvious to everyone in the building. Teammates noticed immediately. Veteran linemen were furious when they learned Shedeur never practiced the protections used against Baltimore. Receivers realized the mistimed routes came from never rehearsing with him all week. Running backs understood the broken communication was because Shedeur wasn't included in their coordination meetings. One offensive starter said it perfectly. They pulled our prepared quarterback mid-drive for no reason, threw our most talented guy into an impossible situation without giving him any reps, then acted shocked when it looked rough. That's not evaluation. That's sabotage. Everyone sees it. Gabriel's reaction revealed even deeper fractures. Sources say he wasn't upset about being benched. He was upset because he recognized the political game instantly. Stefanski didn't pull him for performance. He pulled him to create a scenario where Shedeur would inevitably struggle, allowing the staff to justify keeping Gabriel as the starter despite the talent gap. The conspiracy becomes clearer when examining the front office dynamic. The people who invested draft capital into Shedeur now see the coaching staff undermining that investment. Ownership sees a developmental timeline sabotaged to protect the staff's preferred quarterback. Analytics personnel see the talent disparity, But watch the coaches manufacture a false narrative using preparation manipulation. Too many independent sources confirm the same story. Position coaches privately frustrated. Offensive assistants confused by the substitution. Support staff noticing political maneuvering, overshadowing competitive honesty. And then comes the disturbing part. Multiple sources say Stefanski planned this scenario days in advance. Coaches' meetings allegedly focused on controlling the narrative, not winning games. The phrase, "let ownership's guy fail publicly," reportedly surfaced more than once. Rather than preparing both quarterbacks equally and allowing a true competition, they allegedly engineered a public failure to protect previous decisions and preserve authority. Players have become increasingly vocal behind closed doors. Veterans who once respected Stefanski now question his integrity. Younger players feel betrayed watching politics override merit. Receivers are especially frustrated, realizing their production was deliberately limited by the staff's manipulation. And now the aftermath is exploding. Media members reviewing game film are connecting dots. The substitution made no strategic sense. Film shows Shedeur's struggles were caused by preparation denial, not lack of ability. National analysts are questioning Cleveland's approach publicly. Meanwhile, Shedeur's camp stays composed but is monitoring everything. Sources close to the Sanders family say they expected resistance, but not deliberate public undermining. They're now evaluating all options, demanding accountability, or exploring ways to protect Shedeur's development. Stefanski's position is rapidly collapsing. Ownership is reportedly furious after discovering the deliberate setup. Front office executives question whether the staff's stubbornness has now damaged a franchise asset. Leadership in the locker room is fracturing between loyalty to coaches and acknowledgement of the sabotage. Cleveland's quarterback situation stopped being a simple competition weeks ago. It's now a credibility crisis threatening the entire organization. Did the staff deliberately sabotage the franchise quarterback to protect their own control? Did the mid-game substitution intentionally guarantee struggle to manufacture a narrative? Did Stefanski sacrifice organizational success for political advantage? Everyone inside the building already knows. They witnessed the preparation denial. They saw the mid-game insertion with no justification. They recognized the motivations instantly. The question isn't whether Shedeur Sanders was set up. The question is whether Cleveland has the courage to confront the betrayal and protect its investment. Because Sunday didn't just reveal quarterback controversy, it exposed organizational rot threatening everything.